Thanks for tuning in to the final video of this backyard lawn renovation. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a long process, but I'm finally happy that I got it done this year. I can't wait to see the results and basically get it over with, so we can move on to bigger and better things, so I can get my grass growing in and get my first cut off. But that probably won't be until maybe next month, mid next month, when I actually start seeing some growth. So let's get back to this final video. So the reason I'm shooting this final video here, I want to show you guys about, let's get a little quick recap. We went ahead, we broke up the soil, we tilled it, we went ahead and laid down the tenacity, then we went ahead and laid down the grass seed. Then we went with the fertilizer. I went with the Scott's fertilizer with the mesotrione ingredient in it. It's basically tenacity, but in a granular form. Then I went ahead and threw down some nice, good old Milorganite for the first time in this backyard here. So now this is the final step. Now I have to protect my grass seed, and basically so it won't have any washout from hard rains, or the infamous, the birds like to come down and eat it. You know, this is bird food for them. So let's go ahead and talk about the next step here. So today I am going to use, hold on. I am going to use straw. Now I know a lot of you guys do not like straw. A lot of you guys are against using straw, but I'm going to use straw, and here's the reason why. Let me put it down. So I'm going to use the straw because normally I would use peat moss. Last year I used peat moss in the front yard, but this year I went a little different this time because the straw that I'm going to use here also has tackifier in it. And the reason why I need the tackifier is because I don't want my grass seeds washing out. The way my yard is kind of sloped, it slopes into the middle on both angles because the way my house sits, we're kind of like on a hill. So it kind of goes from up to down, and it kind of meets in the middle here. So when it does rain back here, it does get a little moist in the middle here. It stay a little wet. So I don't want the grass seeds moving and shifting. That's not good for germination purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and use straw today. I know it says the straw on the bag there, it says it's 99% weed free. I'm not sure about that. We'll just have to take the bag at its word, the company at its word, but that's why I'm going to use the straw, because I need the bonding agent, tackifier, that's already in it. And you pretty much, when you use straw, you want to put it down about 1/4 inch layer. You don't want to overdo it, because then it will smother out and stop the grass seed from germinating. But you just want to put it down as a thin layer. And then once you get everything coated and laid down, then you actually go ahead and you're going to wet the straw so it can activate the tackifier that's in it. And it basically bonds to the soil, and it's going to hold everything in place. I know I'm going to have to fight off weeds anyway, but between me putting down the tenacity and the Scott's granular fertilizer with tenacity in it, I'm basically double coverage for now. So hopefully that can get me into about a 4 to 5 week window when I first start to get some germination, and then I get my first mow on it. And basically after the third mow, then I can go ahead and start doing like post emergence and all of that type of stuff. But enough talking. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to lay down the straw. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put my gloves on. I'm gonna get down, put my gloves on, because I'm gonna spread it by hand. A lot of people put it down and they'll rake it over and all of that type of stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly put it around the yard by hand, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get started. show you pretty much. See how it is? Just gonna take it, lightly put it over the yard. And don't worry about if it piles up. You just move it out with your hand and just dust it around. And that's pretty much it, like this. Okay, so as you can see here, let's take a walk. Here, you see how quick that was to actually just layer out the soil here. And this is how you want to do it. You want to have a light, thin layer, something similar to this, but you want to cover all areas. So when you see it clumped up like this, you just take it and make sure you just mix it around there. That's all. That's all you got to do. And I still got the other half to do, but it's not that hard to actually spread out the straw. So, and then once you finish spreading it out, you want to water it. You want to give it a nice deep watering, and that's going to actually hold in. That's going to actually hold in the moisture, so your grass seeds can germinate faster, and you do a lot of less watering. You won't have to water as much because the hay, well, the straw is just automatically holding in moisture. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. You guys get the picture. I don't want to hold you guys too long. I know it's been a long series, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up, and then we'll tune back in. I'll show you the final results and everything. Basically, I want to see how everything grows in. And that's pretty much it. I got about a 3-week wait. My grass seed said they're going to germinate in maybe 7 to 14 days. Sometimes you might see a little germination within 7 days. Sometimes it takes a little longer. But hope you guys enjoyed the series. Got any comments, leave them below. If you got any kind of questions or any advice, feel free to comment below. You guys can also subscribe to the channel. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. It's been a long year for me, between working and getting my backyard renovation going and keeping the front yard maintained. I also got a couple more videos on the front yard also, so you can stay tuned with that. And it's hot. Today is about 80 something degrees, and then, you know, just moving around, it makes it hotter than what it actually feels like. I'm sweating. I know you can see it. But let's go ahead. We're gonna wrap the video up. Thanks again. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next video.